Did this video find you in Ohio? First of all, are you okay? Second of all, have you ever considered Romania? Welcome to part 27 of the United States might as well be 50 third world countries stacked up in a trench coat. When it comes to developing nations, Romania does come to mind, and it probably shouldn't. Ohio has half the people of a country like Romania, and the state makes more than 2 times the GDP of Romania. So this is truly where I start to ask, what the hell is going on? Just to start, the median income is $38,000 for individuals in Ohio, but the GDP per capita is $75,000 per person in Ohio. Ohio makes $75,000 for every person living there, but every person living there on average has about $38,000 to work with, especially when it's estimated that you need 85K as one person and $220,000 as a family of 4 to live a fulfilled life in Ohio. And I've got the numbers. That is 92% of households that can't afford to be a family of 4 and 66% of households that can't afford to live as one person. Now, I'm no detective, but that does look like robbery to me. In Romania, being at the median income means about $1,800 a month. But if rent can be less than $400 and groceries are half the price, you are already doing a whole lot better. It's estimated you would need $1,200 of that median Romanian income of $1,800 for the overall cost of living. In Ohio, being at that same median income means you are at least $50,000 away from living comfortably, and it's way more if you're a family. Long story short, on a Romanian median income, you could live a fulfilled life and have 30% left over to basically do what you want with. On an Ohio median income, you would have tens of thousands of dollars less to work with. More importantly, you would have tens of thousands of dollars less than you need to have that same quality of life in Romania. I believe this is an outcome we see with Ohio being ranked 5 out of all 50 states for the number of youth detention centers. And I grew up in Milwaukee and Philly, so I just know from experience. When you start to see all these kids stepping outside to commit adult type crimes, whether they're resource related or not, there's 100% a deficit at home. And we just did the math on it. Most households are tens of thousands of dollars away from not being in a deficit. I've heard that Ohio is what happens when corporate interest outweighs human lives. But $60 million in bribes so energy companies can make $1 billion overcharging citizens already not making enough is a great example of that. To me, it seems like the income gap is truly only as wide as the corruption in the state of Ohio. Ohio is often fighting for a #1 spot there, and that is something that you and Romania have in common. Romania also has issues with corruption. Unfortunately, even with that in play, Romania has a lower infant and maternal mortality rate, and they somehow do this with close to the same amount of doctors per capita in a system that would not cost you as a citizen a dollar. Romania spends about 2 to 5% of their GDP to make this happen. In the great state of Ohio, they're spending 15 to 20% of the GDP, that happens to be twice the size, to have worse outcomes that you have to pay for out of pocket to live through. And so I don't say this to tell you watching this in Ohio, to move to Romania, but which place sounds more developed to you? Because to me, it's not the state in one of the most developed nations on the planet where the average citizen would need 2 jobs to pay for worse health care in comparison to a nation with twice the people and half the money just making all of that happen. Put your city or state in the comments if you want me to do yours next. We are covering all 50 states with the series. Shoot me a follow if you want to see when I do yours next.